Hello. Okay, so I called this our Aura ring, but actually this is about Jason's Aura ring because I don't have mine yet, but I'm
My
getting
Oura ring.
it. It's in the mail and I'm so excited. So, um, an Aura ring, let me see yours. We've been getting questions about this. I do feel like sleep trackers are getting more and more common recently. People are really starting to realize the effect that sleep has on us. Sleep is really important, obviously. When we first heard about the Aura ring, I wanted Jason to get it. I feel like I'm a really, really good sleeper naturally most of the time. But it's definitely a big part of Jason's health and something we've been wanting to work on for a while. However, I knew there wasn't a lot of excitement around it, being the fact that we have three kids. And I think you were a little bit nervous about actually seeing on paper on your phone how little you sleep.
I don't need a ring to tell me how poorly I sleep. I know that right off the bat.
Yeah, Jay's a little raspy. We had some allergens in our house in Orlando or something. Um, anyway, but what we liked about the Aura Ring in particular is that in addition to tracking sleep, it also tracks something called heart rate variability or HRV. And so HRV is actually a really good indicator of your body's ability to adapt. We are huge on adaptation. It's not the strongest or the fittest that are most likely to survive the longest. It's those that are most able to adapt. So we wanted to be able to measure heart rate variability. And what I think Jason's going to chime in here in a minute, but I think what was really surprising is actually seeing how much you could impact your sleep. That was one of the big things that he learned. So, we are going to talk about the three things that Jason learned about his sleep and the three things that we found that impact it, as well as your homework that I'm going to give you. All right, but
So,
do you
yeah,
want to show the app?
sure.
Okay, so just so everybody knows, you saw the Aura ring, you wear it on your finger all the time. Do you wear yours during workout?
No.
Okay.
So it has an app. It shows you basically what your score was from the day. So, well, can't really read it, but what your score was from the day, how much you slept, how many hours you slept, how much you were awake, what your activity levels were like, what your heart rate variability was, a whole bunch of things. So,
Deep sleep,
deep
REM
stuff, yeah.
sleep.
So, I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think the pieces that have been meaningful, like I said, I pretty much know when I wake up in the morning, did I sleep well or not? And there are a lot of nots in my life. So, I didn't necessarily love the idea of like tracking that and identifying it, but it actually did bring a lot of value. So I figured out that it tells you all the different parts of sleep. So how much time you were awake, how much you actually had of REM, how much light sleep you had, how much deep sleep you had, how much time you were actually in bed. So your efficiency, also how quickly you fell asleep at night. And so it is very interesting to see those pieces, to see exactly how much of the night is spent awake or not, or did you get enough REM, did you not? And then what's interesting too is that you start to understand there's different ways when I wake up in the morning when I don't feel like I slept well. There's different versions of that. And I'm understanding now which ones are actually connected to I didn't get enough REM and what that feels like, or I didn't get enough deep sleep and what that feels like. So, keying into those different aspects and then figuring out which parts impact that. So, food and what time I eat has a huge impact on that. Alcohol and what kind of alcohol and what time I have that alcohol impacts that a lot. Stress impacts that a lot. So, I mean, these are all things that we already know. But what it's helping me to do is it's helping me to figure out which pieces do I need to control the most and when in order to maximize my sleep. My goal, it seems like what I've figured out so far in the app, it looks like about 6 to 6.5 hours. And so really what my goal is rather than trying to stay in bed for a really long time, my goal is actually just to see what tools can I utilize to maximize my REM and deep sleep primarily. Those are the two that I have struggled with the most. So which tools can I use to maximize those two so that I can actually get between 6.5 hours and be super efficient, get like a 90% or more efficiency in my sleep so that I could actually feel refreshed in the morning, feel good, and still not sleep all that much. So,
Right. Okay, so we're going to do some experiments. This week, Jason is going to, he doesn't know this yet, he's going to take CBD oil, right? Which I don't know if you've ever even done that consistently. So Jason's going to take CBD oil and we're going to see what that does for his sleep. I think the biggest thing for us is our lifestyle has changed dramatically over the last like 6 months or so, and we're traveling a lot. And I've talked about this in a lot of our videos, maybe more on our private groups, but um, our goal is to maintain our health while we have this whole other schedule going on. And so it's really interesting to watch the app when we're traveling because your numbers get low. Like we laugh, right? So the first day, the message from the Oura Ring is like, okay, take it easy if you can. The next day, it's like, hey man, are you listening? Time to sleep. And the third day, it's like,
I'm out of here.
why are you doing this to yourself? So it'll be really big to play around and experiment with this stuff and then find things that we can take with us on the road to help maximize the short amount of time that we do sleep when we're traveling. And like Jay said, get into a deeper REM. So we'll share that with you guys if you guys are interested. This week will be CBD. I don't know. Next week we'll try something else. I was thinking like HBOT or Redbed, but it could also be really neat to take stuff that we can bring with us on the travel because that's when we'll really take it to the test. All right, so do any of you guys have an Oura Ring? Let us know. I'll share some info when I get mine, and we definitely love this product. I think it's a really neat way to start tracking and learning more about yourself. And like Jason said, this is a lot of stuff that we already know about ourselves, but it's very interesting when you start to put some intention behind it, how much you actually can change your sleep. All right.
It's been a good journey so far.
All right.
I'll let you know.
Have a good one, guys.